For thousands of years, across every culture that ever touched the sacred, there has been one story, not a myth, an instruction. The story that says the world you experience is not a fixed place, but a living conversation. That you are not a leaf tossed in the river of fate, but the very source of the river itself. Somewhere along the way, we lost the thread. We traded the pen for the page. We started reading our lives as a novel someone else wrote, forgetting we hold the hand that scripts the words. We incorporated a lie of separation, that there's a you here and a world out there, and never the twain shall meet. That your feelings are reactions, not creations. This is the great forgetting, and it hurts. It makes every challenge feel like a verdict instead of an invitation to rewrite. Our ancestors didn't have quantum physics. They had poetry, ritual, and direct experience. They called it the web of word, the dance of Shiva, the Tao. They knew reality was malleable to the focused heart mind. They were the original reality editors. Now we can see the same truth in the language of our own nervous system. That feeling in your chest when you dread a meeting, that's not just nerves. That's your body, your most ancient instrument, running an old familiar program. It's a memory, a story of not being enough, of being judged, that's playing out not just in your mind, but in your muscles, your breath. This is predictive coding in its rawest form. Your system preparing for a past that is already over. And that spark of inspiration, that sudden knowing of exactly what to say, that's you accessing a clearer signal, tapping the source code. Every spiritual tradition points to this. Your focused awareness, charged with deep feeling, is the creative force of the universe. It's not magic. It's your birthright. It's the original software. So how do we, here and now, live this truth? Not as a philosophy, but as a practice as natural as breathing. We return to the body. We return to the breath. We remember the ritual. First, pause and feel the story. When a problem arises, a conflict, a worry, a loop, don't just think about it. Feel where it lives in you. Is it a knot in the stomach? A tightness in the throat? Place your gentle attention there. This isn't fixing. This is listening. You are locating the living memory, the old page in the book of you that's still being read aloud. Second, breathe into the space around it. Don't fight the feeling. Don't positive think over it. Just breathe. Imagine your breath softening the edges of that tight story. You're not the knot. You're the vast, kind space noticing the knot. This simple act changes everything. It tells your nervous system, we are safe enough to feel this. We are not defined by this. It creates what the mystics called sacred pause. Third, from that space, ask a new question. not with strain, but with gentle curiosity. From the quiet center you found, ask, what would I rather feel here? What story would bring me peace? What truth feels like home? Then, let that feeling of ease, of worth, of flow wash through the same place in your body for just a moment. Let the new feeling touch the old one. This is the alchemy. This is you, dipping your pen in a new ink and writing a single new word on an old page. This practice becomes your compass. It turns life from something you navigate into something you lovingly author. You begin to see bad days not as punishments, but as chapters where your old drafts are surfacing to be revised with compassion. You start your morning not with frantic to-dos, but by feeling into the quality of the day you wish to author. Perhaps one of connective ease or inspired action, and you let that feeling be your guide. You become a living bridge. You carry the oldest truth, that consciousness shapes reality, and you apply it with the simplest, most human tools: your breath, your attention, your intentional feeling. You stop chasing a better life outside. You start generating a truer life within. And the outside, because it has always been a mirror, has no choice but to soften, to shift, to reflect back the new story you are living from. This is why we are here. You have found your people. We are the rememberers, the gentle authors. We are the ones who have felt the ancient truth humming in our bones and decided to live it, not just quote it. We are not seeking a guru. We are remembering we are the source. Together, we are creating a new old story. A story where your humanity is not the problem, but the very instrument of your divinity. So take this not as a command from on high, but as an invitation from a future version of you, who is already living from this peace, from this creative power. The book is in your hands. The pen is your breath. The ink is your feeling. Let's write something beautiful together.